Hello and welcome back to Henchman Story. This one's a fun one. On the last episode, I believe we we started a heist that we don't usually do, it's usually, I don't know if it's usually, but it's small stuff like pet crimes and stuff. For example, we stole pet food in the introduction, but now we're robbing a tech company. Until two heroes showed up. One, I believe, I don't know what the name was. I forgot what the name was, but they were basically Iron Man. Whereas we've got Miss Dynamo here, and Dave is commenting on something that we've said, most likely. I forget exactly what, but we'll find out.
Well, getting to be about that time. Better hit the old dusty trail. Nice seeing you again. Don't be a stranger.
Okay. Sure.
Don't think so. This time, I'm making sure you're out cold. And then I'm grounding that ugly ride of yours.
So yes, it's during our escape. Okay.
Now come on, sunshine. Let's kick this party up a notch.
It's not fair. You've got superpowers, we don't. Miss Dynamo is maybe 10 meters away, but I know that the distance won't mean much to someone with that kind of strength and speed. Even if I wasn't still hungover from Shining Nova, that's who it was, Shining Nova, the Iron Man sort of equivalent. Because they definitely had a suit that we may have damaged. Yeah. So we may still be hungover from Shining Nova's tranquilizer. My odds of getting out of the way aren't good. Dynamo knows it too. She takes her time sizing me up and settling into her stance. Dave doesn't consider the odds, or maybe his zeal for Lord Bedlam has just made him more reckless. Whatever the cause, he pulled out his baton and prepared to go down swinging. Missing, mind you, but still swinging. Fair enough. Good attempt, Dave. It's almost admirable. But in my experience, you don't heal hairline fractures with adrenaline, so I'm not about to follow suit. As Dynamo's muscles coil, I reach for my baton and desperately try to think of an angle. This is going to be even worse than the trash can incident if I can't. Right now, I'm in a dangerous. I'm as dangerous as a pillow covered in bubble wrap. I don't get much of a chance. As soon as I brandish my weapon, Miss Dynamo bursts forward. I guess she figured giving me the first strike, first strike last time was charity enough. I wince, bracing for the pain, but it never comes. Instead, Dynamo's fist collides with a glowing red energy sword held by an unfamiliar woman in a red and black catsuit. The blow is so strong that the weapon pulses, and I can feel the ground shake. Even so, the mystery woman barely gives any ground. She angles the energy blade and turns it into more of a glancing blow and steps back to steady herself. But it still looks effortless.
Tisk, tisk. These aren't your toys to break anymore, child.
Okay.
Scorpion, what are you doing here?
I just told you. These are my playthings now. If you can't play nice, then I'll have to take them away.
Okay, cool.
You never pay attention, do you? Not even the slightest bit. Don't you ever tire of it? The ignorance?
Okay, where's Dave? I don't think we should stand around for this.
Shut up!
Miss Dynamo violently breaks the deadlock and leaps back. The woman in the catsuit, Scorpion, does the same, but somehow more gracefully. Holy crap, where did she come from? She was so fast that I barely saw it. Since when did we have a ringer? I stared dumbfounded, momentarily forgetting about the escaping. Well, we shouldn't forget about that. We should do that while we can. It's not often you see something like this when You work for a guy like Lord Bedlam. A victory for us usually means a distraction or an escape. But this Scorpion lady is going toe-to-toe with a powerhouse like Miss Dynamo. And God help me, it seems like she could actually win.
Temper, temper, child.
Stop calling me that!
That's kind of childish to get upset about being called a child.
But you are. Listen to yourself. If you're not careful, you'll have another tantrum. And then who will have to clean up your mess this time?
This is interesting.
Oh, it won't be you. Don't worry. Nah, you're gonna be the mess. What's left of you, anyway.
Now you're sounding like the villain.
Promises, promises. Always promises with you. Never once delivered.
Okay then. Beyond a grunt and frustration, Dynamo's retort this time is physical. But she rushes right at Scorpion, who follows suit with sword whirling. Looks like the first move was no fluke. Dynamo's dishing out most of the offense, but none of it is connecting. What Scorpion can't avoid outright, she's redirecting with a sword. It's like watching a dance, but fast forwarded to 5 times normal speed with a high chance of broken bones and dismemberment. So, as astonishing as it looks, I take this chance to get the hell out of here. Yep,
Come on, Dave. We've got to go.
come on Dave.
What? And miss this chance to bring even more glory to Lord Bedlam?
I don't see how we're going to do that, but yes.
He told us to retreat, remember? You wouldn't want to disobey Lord Bedlam, would you?
No, definitely not. Gosh, I can't believe I forgot. Thanks, Dan. You're a good friend.
You can thank me on the helicopter jet thing.
Sure. I'm the best. Thank me when we're on the way back, man.
Thank you, Stan. Together we rush to the ramp as fast as we can. My legs aren't exactly steady yet, so it's a little more of a zigzag of a straight line. But we make it just before they close the doors. Twice, it's a lot closer than usual. Now that I'm inside the Bedlam copter, I find that it doesn't have much room to spare. It's definitely over capacity. I guess that's good. It means more than a third of us made it out. On the other hand, that means that almost 2/3 of us didn't. Geez, we've never had to leave so many people behind before. Kind of surreal. Feels like I'm in a war movie. What the hell is this place? Miss Dynamo said something about data science, which would explain all the computers. So we were after information? Weird. That's way too cutting edge for Lord Bedlam's modus operandi. It must have been important information too. Why else would not one, but 2 superheroes show up to stop us? Shining Nova alone would have been a big deal, but Miss Dynamo too? Miss Dynamo is known to slum it out for a little fun, as I found out during the Betsword debacle. But I thought Nova was exclusively working on national level threats and crisis response now. Maybe it was something to do with the Scorpion woman. Never heard of her before, which is maybe the weirdest part of the whole thing. Someone like her should have gone viral at some point. Not sure what to make of it. Well, I hope whatever Lord Bedlam got from here was worth it. What did we get from here? As I hear the engines roar to life and feel the vehicle ascend, I go over to the day's events one more time. It's funny. Despite everything, it's the conversation I had with Shining Nova that gives me a pause. It's hard to pin down, but talking with Nova felt different than it felt with Dynamo. I felt like, if I met Dynamo out of uniform, she probably wouldn't give me a second glance, but Nova, I almost feel like we'd get along. Interesting. It's too bad heroes don't have henchmen. If they did, maybe I'd consider a career change. They kind of do, don't they? Because there's always someone supporting them. Like, for example, James and Q. Q always makes the devices for James Bond. There's always someone in the seat helping in the background. Yeah, right. Like they'd even have me. Stan, don't worry about it. You can take a beating. You know how to fight at least, or you think you know how. Well, you're willing to take to fight. So I think you could be on either side. I close my eyes and breathe a sigh of relief as I feel the Bedlam copter leave the place behind. Between the surprised guests and the sudden drowsiness. Oh, downsizing. I'm blind. Instead of downsizing, this is one operation day I'll never forget. Okay, guess the rookie. So we're getting someone new. Well, I guess that makes sense. We're downsizing. Or we downsized. I think that I think it's that sliver of time immediately after an operation where I'm the most grateful of our private quarters because all I want to do is sleep. Fortunately, Lord Bedlam gives us the rest of the day off, and I'm all too happy to take advantage. Within minutes of landing back at the base, I'm sleeping sound on my bed. After we just got sedated? Well, as soundly as one can sleep after a day like that. I didn't break anything at least, which is more than a few of my co-workers can say. I'd wager it's the little victories, you know? Anyway, aside from the short break to munch on a protein bar, I sleep through the rest of the day and straight on till morning.
God damn it. No, I don't want to get up.
It makes sense if you don't want to get up. Fair enough. I really don't. I don't know what Shining Nova put in that tranquilizer. But I feel like, well, how do we know it's not a tracking device in our bloodstream? But I feel like I've been hit by a freaking truck. A truck with like a rocket strapped to it. But hey, that's part of the job. So against my body's wishes, I drag my carcass out of bed and head to the locker room to get ready for the next day. Or for the day, sorry. The locker room feels almost empty. There's less noise, less people, less smell. It's kind of eerie. Guess that's just what happens when you downsize overnight. The line for the showers isn't much shorter too. Oh, sorry. The line for the showers is much shorter too. But I make for the sinks anyway. Force of habit, I guess.
Morning, buddy!
Hi, Dave. I guess you're still a familiar face that, you know, yeah.
Morning, Dave. How are you holding up? You took one hell of a punch.
You look happy about it.
You know, just some heavy bruising. The doc was worried about internal bleeding, but I guess I got lucky.
Yep, that's where the blood's supposed to be, so.
How about you? You were out way longer than I was.
I'm fine. Just exhausted, mostly. Still can't believe I got tranked like I was an escaped zoo animal or something. That's my Shining Nova story. Can you believe it? Oh yeah, the hero that took down Dr. Calamity's Ultra Death Bot? They shot me with an elephant tranquilizer. Yeah, it was fine. I just drooled a little.
Flattering. I shake my head and sigh. The fight against Dr. Calamity, I mentioned, that's like 8th on the Hero Weekly's most epic showdowns of all times. Nova's big time, man. I drooled in front of a legit celebrity. You kind of would sedated, so I kind of would say it's like, you know, you're good. Don't worry.
Nothing's bruised, and I don't have a concussion, so I guess I can't complain. Kind of a nice change of pace from being punched or blasted into unconsciousness again when I think about it.
Fair enough.
Well, I'm just glad to hear you're okay. We lost a lot of the squad, so I need everyone who's left to be working at peak efficiency.
Hooray!
How many did we end up leaving behind? Feels like at least half.
Sadly, about 60% of our valued teammates gave up their freedom for our cause.
Good delivery. Good job.
And how do you know they were arrested? Some could have gotten away.
We can only hope.
Oh no, everyone got rounded up. It was on the front page of the Cape and Cowl website.
Cape and Cowl, huh? They actually covered us? That doesn't happen a lot.
I mean, I guess that's because this is something different this time. Cape and Cowl is the premier superhero news blog, but usually they don't cover too many actual crimes. Costume changes, relationship rumors, and controversy make way more money than crime scene reports. Yeah, I guess because that's more positive and uplifting. So that confirms it. Lord Bedlam is actually up to something big this time. C&C, Shining Nova, the mysterious Scorpion Lady. I get the feeling none of them would bother if this was some small potatoes. I feel like they would. I feel like that's gonna be the twist in the game.
Yep, it was quite the day. I bet Lord Bedlam is thrilled, and I'm sure the next phase of his master plan is right around the corner.
Even with all those losses? How?
Big planning and optimism.
Why, with some old-fashioned hard work and gumption, of course. If veteran workers like you double your task list, I'm sure we'll be able to stay right on schedule.
Pretty much what I said, I think, right? For planning and optimism. Yeah, I'd say so. Then again, maybe I'm just trying to make me sound smarter.
On schedule for what? We don't even know what the next step in his master plan is. You know, assuming he even has one.
Ooh, it's gonna sound like doubt.
Exactly! That's why we have to be prepared for every possible plan he prepares. That's what I mean by peak efficiency, Stan.
Okay, Dave has a point.
But don't you worry about that. You just leave all the planning to me. All you have to focus on is all the new work you have to do.
Ken?
Thanks. Really appreciate your sacrifice.
Sure thing, buddy. That's what being a squad supervisor is all about.
I forgot he was our squad supervisor.
If you say so. Anyway, I gotta try to scrub this ass kicking off me. I'll see you at assembly, man.
That's a sentence. After getting myself cleaned up, I find and finding that no, you cannot just scrub away being beaten up, I head to the main hall. Given our losses, I expected a different sight than usual, but what I actually find is even more surprising. A huge contingent of unfamiliar faces stand in front of the stage, and the strangest part, they're wearing our uniforms. To add to the surprise, Lord Bedlam seems to have forgone his usual entrance and is already waiting on the stage. And standing next to him is with a commanding posture and yet another new face. But this one I recognize. Okay, interesting. Between the distance and the crowd, it's hard to get a good look at her. But there's no mistaking that black and red catsuit, it's Scorpion, the woman who fought Miss Dynamo. That certainly removes all theories about her appearance yesterday being a fluke. So Lord Bedlam is teaming up with another supervillain, huh? I think Lord Bedlam is being manipulated and used. Hopefully, it doesn't end up in a fight like the last team up. I have a feeling Lord Bedlam wouldn't stand much of a chance this time.
Good morning, my loyal compatriots.
Good morning.
Well, most of my loyal compatriots. Some of them. An amount.
Just a smidge.
You'll notice that we have a few new faces here. After the success of yesterday's operation, Madam Scorpion and her organization have agreed to help compensate for our sudden personnel shortage.
Okay, so I'd say technically we're merging. I feel like since you brought them into this base, they're just scouting out the place so they can steal from us, Lord Bedlam. Madame? Oh, that's fancy. Still haven't heard of her though, which is even stranger in light of her ability to recruit a small army overnight.
But I'll let her explain the details for herself. So let's all give a warm Lord Bedlam welcome to Madam Scorpion and all our new comrades for joining us in our unending Ferris Wheel of Triumph!
Ferris Wheel of Triumph.
Madam, take it away.
Thank you. Today, your organization is making an important step forward. Today, you've joined a select group of the most elite supervillain organizations at the cutting edge of our industry.
I don't believe that. I think you're lying to us.
Normally, a day like yesterday would have been devastating for a small team like yours. How could you hope to replace so much manpower so quickly? In the past, it would be impossible. But today you can.
I do not believe you.
Because today, the Scorpion Group is proud to welcome you to the closed beta of our newest project, HenchCan, The world's first gig-based henchman contracting platform.
We went to a data science facility to make an app. A digital app. Okay. What? So now I'm currently thinking, when it comes to, but not including Stan, because obviously that's the main character, not including Stan, the level of intelligence goes from Shining Nova, Miss Dynamo, Madame Scorpion, because clearly she's smarter than Lord Bedlam. No offense, Lord Bedlam. Lord Bedlam, Stan. I don't think there's anyone else I missed. Out of the 5 characters we've met, not including Stan, that's the order of intelligence, highest to lowest.
Before you are the results, a contingent of micro-earners ready to participate in our shared villainous economy.
This is just, I'm not going to, if one of these, if anyone, I'm just waiting for a superhero to like infiltrate us, and then we're going to lose.
They have the freedom to choose when to hench and who to hench for. And today, they've chosen to hench with you.
Isn't the whole issue with when to hench being that at any moment they could betray us?
You see, with HenchCan, an organization like yours can operate as a small, family-like unit for day-to-day operations, but temporarily bolster its ranks through our platform at any time.
Uh-huh.
You can have it all. And let's be honest, that's why we're all in this business, isn't it?
This is, I'm not being sold by this still pitch.
So thank you for the welcome. And in turn, I welcome you to the future. The future of your organization. The future of supervillainy. The future of the world.
Dave, can you help me boo, please?
And you will be taking an active role in that future. Thanks to the data you retrieved yesterday, we at the Scorpion Group are nearly ready to take HenchCan to the next level. And we'll be working with you to do so.
Okay, why?
So, in the coming weeks, I will be staying on site to help manage your operations. As part of that, you will receive new equipment, your facilities will be inspected, and your individual performances will be reviewed.
That's an issue. That's an ouch.
I look forward to getting to know each and every one of you.
That's ominous. Oh, great. Performance reviews. Stan, can you do mine? Because clearly you and I are best friends. We're not, but let him think we are. Because, Jesus, I trust him more than I trust her. So wait, we're going to be using some fancy new henchman hiring app now. That doesn't sound like Lord Bedlam. It doesn't. Then again, how well do I really know him? Maybe buddying up to this big-time cutting-edge supervillain is what he always wanted. Well, I don't think he did. I don't think Lord Bedlam wanted to buddy up for no reason. I think he's just unfortunately being used. Well, whatever the case, it doesn't affect me. If I'm still getting paid, then I could care less about micro earners or the future of supervillain industry or whatever, which is why we're gonna lose. I'll have to deal with the rookies every time we have a big job, though. That'll be a pain, but probably more painful for them in the end.
Thank you, Madam Scorpion. Now, while all our recruits are fully henchman certified, this is their first day here, so that means that for today, you'll all be in charge of their orientation.
That's going to be an issue, isn't it?
They may only be with us for a few weeks or months, but while they're here, they are our brothers and sisters in arms. So that means they need to know the ins and outs of working for Team Bedlam.
That's an issue. Or if one can be undercover and just...
Anyway, we should have the same number of new recruits as veterans. So once we're done, I'd like everyone who was here yesterday to pair off with someone wearing a name tag. Once you have your newbie, give them the tour, show them your weekly routine, and just teach them the ropes.
Okay.
Remember, the security cameras work again, so we'll know if you decide to sneak off to watch web flicks.
Okay.
You're so funny, Lord Bedlam!
Anyway, dismissed.
Really, Stan? Not Stan, Dave? You cheering for that one? As Lord Bedlam steps away from the podium, the two groups of henchmen start towards each other.
And remember, the nefarious tribunal that controls our society must be exterminated.
Sounds like Madame Scorpion, honestly.
Remain ever vigilant against its subliminal advertising and unfunny meme generation algorithms.
Okay.
Sorry, almost forgot. Carry on.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I wondered about that for a second. Lord Bedlam steps back from the podium again, and it looks like it's going to stick this time, because Madame Scorpion is walking by his side and talking to him. So the henchmen again start mingling. I take my time, I'm sociable enough, but I definitely need a moment to get myself together before meeting new people. Of course, not everyone has this problem.
Hi there, I'm Dave. Nice to meet you, Jared. Gosh, you're just going to love being a part of the Lord Bedlam family. We're all like a bunch of second cousins here. Now, bring it in. I'm a hugger, not a shaker. Come on.
I feel sorry for whoever's got Dave.
Wait, where are you going?
So once the initial wave of extroverts has eliminated most of the awkwardness, I made into the crowd. Anyone left by now probably has the same problem I do, though, so that means I'll need to make the first contact. Let's see who to choose. Maybe that tall guy? He seems normal enough. The brunette is way too excited, though. Bouncing around like that. Weird. Is she looking for something? Wait, why is she staring at me? No. Take that ball of energy somewhere else. Ah, damn it.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Kate.
Is this like a female Dave?
And why does your name tag say Beatrice?
Oh shit, it does?
No, it definitely says Kate.
Oh! Oh, you were making a joke about?
Did you just take someone's random name tag? Is this the spy thing I was on about? Okay. I don't trust you, Kate.
Now I already know your name, because it says on your name tag.
Right. I guess it's a little silly to tell you that, huh?
Nah, you're just being polite. I'm Stan, by the way. Guess that makes me kinda rude.
Actually, I just hate telling people my name. The reaction is always something like,
Wow, a Stan. I'm not sure I've ever met one.
You mean ever met one under 60?
what?
No. I mean,
Hey, I admit it. It's an old man name. The only benefit is that if you're ever cool enough, you get to be Stan the Man.
Yeah, but you could say the same about, like, Dan the man.
so are you cool enough?
No.
Well, I'm wearing this goofy purple uniform, so no. Definitely not.
He owns it, though, so don't worry about it, Stan.
Okay, Stan, who isn't the man. Up for giving me the tour?
No.
Sure thing. I hope you like stone walls and fluorescent lighting, because you're gonna be seeing them all day.
Oh, how wonderful. Alright, she's not so bad. Guess she was just a little jittery at first. Let's see, where to start. Let me guess, she's a spy. So let's take her to the research wing.
Let's get the exciting part out of the way. I'll show you the research wing. Come on.
Right behind you.
There's nothing much to see on the way to the research wing, aside from the other pairs of seasoned henchmen and new recruits passing each other in the halls. Hey, you don't build a secret mountain lair because it's pretty to look at. Well, maybe you do if your supervillain shtick is evil interior design or something. Then your secret lair can look fabulous. Kate doesn't say much on her way there. She's too busy gawking at, well, everything. Can't really understand why. Our halls aren't that fascinating. Then again, I know every inch of these hallways after being here for so long, so I've probably forgotten what it's like to be a wide-eyed newbie here. Eventually, I came to a halt in the middle of the hall. Kate follows suit.
Why did we stop?
Because, you're a spy.
Because this is it. Behold, the crown jewel of Lord Bedlam's fortress, the research wing.
Are you sure? It doesn't really seem like a jewel. Or a crown.
Uh-huh.
Well, Lord Bedlam did put up majestic golden emblems of his face around the entire base, so it's kind of like a crown, don't you think?
That makes sense, I think, personally.
Oh no, that's definitely tungsten, not gold. It has a similar density, so it can be hard to tell, but I've seen a lot of fakes. Those aren't even gold plated. I think you just painted over them.
Interesting. She knows metal. Is this Shining Nova?
Tungsten, gold, unobtainium, what's the difference? It's all metal, so close enough. They're still regal and majestic, right?
There are 94 different basic types of metal on the periodic table, so I wouldn't say close enough, no. But you're clearly more of a poet than a scientist.
Thank you. We try our best.
Well, I did take a poetry elective in college. Slept through most of it, but at least some of it got through. So I guess I'd agree. But hey, that's why I work outside the doors and not behind them.
Fair enough. But I think with that, I'll have to call it there. We're gonna have to learn more about Kate next time. I think this plan to let people in was bad because there's gonna be a spy, and either Kate is a legitimate new person, or they are a spy like I think they are. So, you know. But either way, I'm definitely having fun with this. So I hope, hopefully you are as well. With that, goodbye.